Hello guys, welcome to our video lesson. In this lesson, we're going to solve quadratic equations by extracting square roots. So, to start our discussion, let's have our objective first. So, in today's objectives, we have familiarize numbers that are perfect square and solve quadratic equations by extracting square roots. So, to start, our topic is solving quadratic equation by extracting square root. So, from the word square root, so we have here the symbol of the square root. So, ito po yung symbol ng square root natin. Then, let's say we have x squared. So, what do you think is the relationship of this squared to the square root? So, let's say for example, we have here we're going to extract this x squared into our square root. So that will become, so the square root will be cancelled and also squared will be cancelled. So therefore, we will having equal to x. So paano na po nangyari yan? Let's say for example, we have here a squared is equal to a raised to 1/2. So take note po natin that the square root is equivalent to raised to 1/2. So therefore, kapag meron tayong x squared, erase natin sa 1/2, so we have here the power 2 power. So we're going to multiply. So 2 times 2, 2 times 1 is equal to 2 over 2. So therefore, we have here 2 over 2 or x raised to 1. Now, that is also equal to x, and that is the relationship of the squared to the square root if we're going to extract. Now, in this topic, it is also important to familiarize the perfect square or the numbers with perfect square. So, I have here the perfect squares chart. So, let's say for example, we have here 1 square, meaning to say 1 times 1 is equal to 1. 2 square, meaning to say 2 times 2 is equal to 4. 3 square, meaning to say 3 times 3 is equal to 9, and so on and so forth. So, in squaring the number, so we have here, you're going just to multiply the number by itself. Now, the reverse of this is if we're going to get the square root. So, the square root of 1 is 1. Square root of 4 is 2, square root of 9 is 3. Now, to start our topic, in order to solve quadratic equation by extracting the square roots, the equation must be written in the form x squared equal to c. So, tandaan po natin, x squared equals to c. So, ito po yung form dapat ng quadratic equations natin. Ibig sabihin, wala po tayong linear term dito. X squared equal to c, then x will be equal to positive, negative square root of c. So, tandaan lang po natin, magagamit natin ang extracting square roots kapag ang ating form is x squared equals to c. Example, x squared equals to 9. So, tandaan, dapat ang ating equation, if we're going to solve quadratic equation by extracting the square root, dapat naka-form of x squared equal to c. So, that is a quadratic equation in the form of x squared equal to c. Now, paano po natin isosolve or ifo-find yung roots nito or yung the value of x? So, we're going have to extract the square root of the left and the right side. So, i-extract lang natin, lagyan lang natin ng square root, both the left side and the right side. So, take note, we will do having here the positive and negative na kasi sabi nga natin kanina, x squared or x would be equal to positive, negative square root of c. So, here, extract lang natin. So, itong square root at itong 2 or the square, magiging cancel na po yan. So, magiging x is equal to positive, negative 3. So, take note that this 9 is a perfect square. So, square root of 9 is 3. So we have here, and that is the possible values that will satisfy the quadratic equation. So ito na po yung values ng x natin. Ito na po yung root natin. Okay, now, pwede po natin siyang i-check by substituting the value na na-obtain natin into the given equation. Let's say, for example, x squared equals to 9. So, pwede natin siya i-check. I-substitute natin ito. Ibig sabihin nito, ang value ng x natin is positive 3 and negative 3. So, kapag sinubstitute natin, positive 3 squared is equal to 9. So, that is correct. 3 squared, 3 times 3 is equal to 9. Or, negative 3 squared, negative 3 times negative 3 is equal also to 9. So, therefore, the values that we obtain for the value of x is correct. Now, another example. X squared minus 25 equal to 0. Now, tandaan, una, in solving quadratic equations by extracting the square roots, kailangan ng ating form is x squared equal to c. So, x squared minus 25 equal to 0 is not in this form, x squared equal to c. So, ang gagawin natin is kailangan gawin muna natin in this form, x squared equal to c. So, to make this in this form, so ita-transpose lang natin itong negative 5 into the other side of the equation. So, magiging x squared equals 25. So, tingnan po natin, pag na-transpose po natin ang equation, it changes the sign. Or, apply the addition property of equality. So, mag-add po tayo ng positive 25 sa left side, mag-add din po tayo ng positive 25 sa right side. So, ito na po yung kanyang maging equation. So, in this case, nasa form na siya ng x squared equal to c. So, pwede na po natin siyang i-extract. We have to take the square root both sides. So, again, this square root and square will be cancelled. So, x na lang ang matitira. Then, 25 is a perfect square. So, square root of 25 is equal to 5. Okay. So, and that is the possible values that will satisfy the quadratic equation. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung magiging root natin, ito yung solution, ito yung sagot natin sa value ng x. So, pwede natin ma-check if that is correct. Kailangan, kapag i-substitute natin yung value ni x, maging equal to 0 po siya. So, let us check. So, x squared minus 25 is equal 0. So, let's substitute the value of our x na na-obtain. So, positive 5 and negative 5. So, therefore, 5 squared minus 25 equal to 0. That is correct. Why? 5 squared is 25 minus 25 is equal to 0. Or, negative 5 squared is positive 25 minus 25 equals to 0. So, therefore, that is correct. Next, another example. What if the value of our a here is not equal to 1? So, meron siyang value. Meron numerical coefficient ang ating quadratic term. So, ang gagawin natin, gawin pa rin natin in this form. Dapat magiging 1 ang value ni a. So, para gawin natin yan, by addition property of equality. So, we have here, so, by addition property of equality, kailangan magiging ganitong form. X squared equal to c. So, kung ma-observe ninyo, si negative 27 napunta na sa kabilang side ng equation. It's because by having this addition property of equality, or just transpose this negative 27 into the other side. So, ang matitira na lang is 3x squared equal to 27. So, by multiplication property of equality, magkakaroon na tayo ng equation na x squared is equal to 27 over 3. So, i-multiply lang natin itong equation na ito by 1/3. So, 1/3 both sides. So, halimbawa, 1/3 times 3, that is 3 over 3 x squared is equal to 1/3 times 27. So, 27 times 1, 27 over 3. So, kaya ang naging sagot natin is x squared equals to 27 over 3. That is for using MPE. I-multiply lang natin ng 1/3. Okay, the reciprocal of this one, of your A. Then, we have now extract the square root left and right side or both side. Okay, so we have here square root of x squared is equal to 9. Paano po ito naging 9? So, 27 divided by 3 is equal to 9. So, we can have here the value of x which is equal to positive or negative 3. Square root of 9 is 3. This square root and squared can be cancelled. Okay. So, we have here the possible values of our quadratic equations. So, we have now checked. Kung i-check natin, same, just substitute the value of x we obtain, which is positive 3 and negative 3 from the original equation, 3x squared minus 27 equals to 0. Kailangan magiging 0 po ito. So, we have here, so, ang x natin here, let's say, is 3. So, 3 squared is 9 times 3 is 27 minus 27 is equal to 0. And that is correct. And another one, the value of x natin is negative 3. So, negative 3 squared, that is positive 9 times 3 is equal to 27 minus 27 is equal to 0. So, therefore, our values of x obtained is correct. Now, tandaan lang po natin na it is very important that the form always is x squared equal to c kapag nagsosolve tayo ng quadratic equations by extracting the square root. So, kailangan talaga ang form ay ganito, wala dapat siyang linear. Kasi kung merong linear term siya, hindi po natin siya masosolve by extracting the square roots na. Okay. Next. Another example. X minus 1 squared equal to 0. So, by this time, nakaganito na po siya. So, x squared equals to c na po ang ating equation. So, ang gagawin lang natin is equate the equation both side. Okay, so we have here, makakancel na natin itong square root at itong squared. So, ang matitira na lang is x minus 1 equal to 0. Square root of 0 is 0. So, para makuha natin ang value ng x, just transpose to the other side itong negative 1 or use the APE, addition property of equality, then therefore, magiging positive 1 na yung ating x. So, by this time, ang x natin, ang value ng x natin is only 1. So, that is 1. To check po, so, just substitute again the value of x we obtain from the original equation. So, therefore, we have here, x natin is 1. So, 1 minus 1 is 0. Square is 0. So, that is equal to 0. So, that's end of our topic in solving quadratic equations by extracting the square root. I hope that you learned something about this topic. Thank you.